Hello everyone, my name is Ayush Sikligar and I am the group leader. My group members are Krutikkumar Patel, Nisarg Patel, Mohit Talaviya and Darshan Harkhani. Today we are going to present the topic of changes in demand and supply in the real world. So here I would like to start with the introduction that in the complex world of economics, the forces of supply and demand are the fundamental driver of market behavior and economic outcome. The interaction between what is available in the market and what consumers desire shapes pricing, production, and consumption patterns, creating a dynamic and ever changing landscape. Our project unravels the intricate web of economic principle in action, highlighting their tangible and intangible consequences on various fronts. Through a series of carefully curated graphics and real life examples, we aim to shed light on how supply and demand dynamics influence our lives, industries, and the global economy. The presentation is not just about the graphs and theories, but it's about the pulse of market, the impact on everyday lives, and the interconnectedness that defines the global economy. Each visual tells a story, capturing a essence of supply and demand dynamics. Now, the further will be explained by Mohit Talaviya.
Hello everyone. So today I will present the first two topic of this presentation. The first one is the market and the second one is the electronic industry. So as you can see in this picture, the dynamic interaction between supply and demand capturing the live vibe of the nearest farmer market. The picture captures the dynamic stall and changing pricing that reveals how consumer dynamically stall and changing price that reveals how consumer choice impact market pattern in real time. The dynamic sequence highlights how supply and demand changes instantly and visibly demonstrated how personal taste and the decision have a direct impact on the taste of the market. By placing the abstract idea of the supply and demand firmly in the actual dynamic reality of the market, these graphics offer a practical illustration of economic principle in the action. On the next topic, we have discussed about industrial dynamics. So while focus on the electronic industries, it's provide a visual examination of the significant influence that technology breakthrough have had on the supply chain. It shows how innovation and industry structure interact dynamically, exhibiting and sophisticated balance from the production phase to the distribution phase. This visual story shows us how technology advancements leads to revolutionary change in the way the goods are made, sold, and eventually received by the customers. Technology advancement has a crucial role in the supply chain. This picture is highlight the complex relationship between innovation and supply chain logistics. Thank you, sir. Next slide will be presented by Krutik.
Hello, let's start with our third topic for today's is a household impact. This image sheds light on how changing demand directly affects family spending plans. We investigate the human effect of economic fluctuation on individual throughout the realistic budgeting scenario. This picture emphasizes the tangible and personal effect of demand variation, demonstrating how in the market patterns have actual repercussion for household financial restriction and decision making. This graphic connects changes in demand to people's everyday financial relatives and emphasizing a realistic budgeting scenario. It does this by reinforcing the particular implication of economic class by putting economics theory in the concrete and understand the understandable framework of home management. It highlights the effect on income and expense and general labor as well as financial well-being. Next, we have the topic names global supply chains. As you can see in the pictures, the complex web of supply chain interconnectedness of a global scale using the automotive industry as a case. The graphic illustrates the extension consequences of shifts in supplies and demand by following the movement of parts across the international borders. It highlights the worldwide scope of economic changes by illustrating how changes in the market dynamics can reverberate across the intricate web of international supply networks. It also shows that the interrelated and independent structure of the global economy within the automobile sector by highlighting how disruption or adjustment in supplies and demand can have an impact not just on local markets but also on the larger international trade environment. Next, we have Nisarg Patel who will explain the last few topics.
So the topic I'm going to discuss about is consumer behavior. As we can see in this image, delves into the subtleties of customer behavior with a focus on the influence of advertising. The graphic offers insightful information about the psychology of consumption through a case study demonstrating how marketing strategies have a significant impact on demand trends. This image demonstrates how advertising has the ability to mold and sway the decision that customers make in the marketplace. It seeks to provide a sustained but perspective look into the complex relationship between consumer psychology and advertising tactics, showing how these elements affect the variation in demand that are seen in the market. Next and the last topic for today is seasonal function. This picture shows how demand for particular commodities varies with the seasons by capturing season fluctuation in demand and a coastal resort. It provides a graphic story that illustrates how timing affects supply and demand dynamics in a significant way. The picture highlights the season trends that businesses in a coastal resort could encounter by demonstrating the changes in client preference and need based on the season. The purpose of this representation is to give a brief overview of how outside variables, including the weather and holiday seasons, affect consumer demand for specific product and service. Essentially, the picture emphasizes the time component of supply and demand, demonstrating the importance of timing is understanding the dynamic of market swings.
After clarifying all topics, we have made a conclusion like this long essay on changes in demand and supply deftly integrates several actual situations. Economic concepts are grounded in the dynamic reality of trade as demonstrated by the local farmers market, which illustrate the immediate and palpable consequences of customer choice on the market patterns. Going from this to the electronic sector, which disentangle the retail dynamics of industry dynamic and show how technology has a significant impact on supply chains. At a closer range, the third graphic highlights how changes in economic directly affect household budgets while clarifying the personal consequences of these changes. And the fourth figure, which shows the worldwide implication of demand and supply changes, zoom out, examine supply chain interconnection through the prism of the automotive industry. And the fifth image, which turns its attention to consumer behavior, explores the profound impact of advertising on demand patterns and provides an high in-depth look at the psychology of consumptions. The sixth figure, which wraps up discussion the importance of timing by showing how seasonal swings affect the demand for particular items. Every picture has a well-developed and well-considered captions that offer succinct but powerful insights, giving viewers a grasp of economic principles in the action. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. This is our PPT, and this PPT says all our changes in demand and supply. Thank you so much for your attention and your timing.